Hi everyone, today I'm doing day 1 of my classroom setup video. Today I have many things to get done, so I thought it would be nice to take you along with me and vlog about it. Right now I am laminating these number posters that I got from my Decor bundle. I couldn't decide between the two that were available, so I printed them double-sided, and I thought that I could use this side for the beginning of the year so that the kids don't get overwhelmed about it. They just have the 10 frames and the number and the word, and then starting in January I would flip them over and then they would have the tally marks and the dice as well. I still have a few posters to laminate, so I would just talk to you while I am doing that. If you're wondering why I'm in my house and not in my classroom, it's because at my school we're only allowed to set up our classrooms 2 days before the beginning of the school year. And if that's not crazy enough, on that very first day that we get to set up our classrooms, the parents also come in for Meet the Teacher Day. So those 2 days are just going to be crazy while we are moving furniture and carrying things around and putting bulletin boards and everything. All of the parents are going to be there as well, and we of course need to talk. We need to I want to give them a Meet the Teacher flyer and things to expect from the classroom, etc. So that's going to be quite crazy. So I was thinking how to make it work, and my plan was to have everything planned and ready to go down to the very last detail, so that on that very first day I could just be like boom boom boom, bulletin board here, organization there, bins here and everything. It's quite overwhelming, especially because I don't have the layout of the classroom yet, but I know that my room will be one of the 4 that I've seen before, so I kind of am preparing for whichever of those comes. Let me know when you start your school year, because here in Italy we start on Monday, 13th of September, and as I said, we're only allowed to go there to prep on Thursday the 8th and Friday the 9th. And so I know that's quite late compared to other schools, and especially in the US. I think you're already starting in August. I don't know, but I would love to know in the comments. I'm so in love with this bundle, honestly, you guys. I've never been so excited about this. I'll show you very quickly the kind of setup that I have right now, because my laminator has a very small cable, so it doesn't reach the table here. And so I had to put it on a chair, and it looks horrible. I'm kind of scared that this will burn or something, but I think it's fine, so I would just leave it there, I guess. So while I wait for the number posters to be ready, I just wanted to share with you the other posters that I had. And oh my gosh, you guys, you will not stop hearing from me about how much I love this Decor bundle. I'm really obsessed with it. So these are some classroom posters that I thought, I still don't know where I'm going to put them, but I thought maybe I could spread, like put 3 or 4 in a place, and then like spread them out around the room, or maybe I could just make like a gallery with all of the posters. What do you think, you guys? I don't really have that many bulletin boards, and I think I have like 2 or 3 at the most, and I didn't want to use them with posters. I wanted to save those for other curriculum things. So give me some ideas for this. This one says this is our happy place, and this says all good days, be kind, smile often, good vibes. I love this one. I'm obsessed with this one. I love these type of bands, and yeah, I'm really vibing with this one. Then fresh start, or every day is a fresh start. All are welcome. Yes, you can. Believe in yourself. You are more than enough. And I know that it's a bit difficult for the kids to read this type of fonts, but I think that the very important words from each of the posters are in a very readable font. So I don't think that it will be much of a problem. For example, as long as the word happy place is emphasized, it doesn't matter if it says this is our happy place, you know. Same for welcome and smile and everything. So all my number posters are ready to go. Hey, they're so nice. The next thing I wanted to show you was a DIY pocket calendar that I'm making. This is the first time that I will be using a calendar, but I didn't want to purchase a pocket folder because it's too much. And I saw like some very nice DIYs online, and then I just adapted it to what I wanted to do. So basically I took the measurements of the Scholastic pocket folder and I made this template, which I will show you in a moment. I made this template right here, and then I printed it as a poster. If you open it on Adobe Reader, you go to print, and then you select poster, and you will get this. And this is the size of the Scholastic poster. So you know that each of these number squares, they are 3 inches by 3 inches, and this poster is also the same size. The only thing that might not fit quite as well is these, but I made it in a sort of like transparent background so that you could put it over it, and then it doesn't, just to have as a guideline so it doesn't really show. So when you print them, you will get a lot of pages like this one, and then of course you have to cut. What I recommend that you do is that you from each page, let's say this one you cut here but don't cut here, and then the one that follows you cut on that side but not on the other, so in that way you can stick it all together and you will end up with something like this huge pocket folder. Of course you have to laminate the sheets before you cut them, and then I literally just put tape behind it, like, can you see the tape here? And then I just put it all together. So that's how I made it. And now I am making the plastic pockets like these ones, and I will show you how I made that. So here is the calendar, and I'm going to do this last part right here. So basically you put, just going to shove it a bit up, you put the tape like this, and the sticky side is on the top. You're gonna cut it and secure it there with your scissors, and then carefully you're going to put this again sticky side down and try to match it with the piece, okay? Okay, and you cut it, and you're going to have a stripe like this, so it's not sticky. Then you're going to put it on the calendar like this, but just don't secure it just yet. I'm going to finish this side and then I will let you know how to secure it properly. Okay, so now that I have both sides here, what I'm going to do is to tape the corner here and the corner over here, or rather the edge. Then I'm going to secure the two flaps that overlap, and then I'm going to put tape just in the bottom, okay? And try to make it so that the edge of your pocket is here and this one goes further down on the calendar itself. So as you can see, I'm leaving half of the tape is here and the other half is here. And once that's done, you have your pocket calendar chart. Now you can also try to fix it a little bit here, and I think that I would just put a dot of tape on each intersection so that the cards don't go all over around. But you can also leave it empty and it's fine. this is how the calendar looks like. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love it so much! Hi everyone, it's been a couple of hours, but I had to take a break from vlogging because I started to do a lot of things at the same time, and so it was quite difficult to keep switching the camera from place to place. But I'm very happy to say that I finished setting up all of my calendar things and all of my math centers. And you may be thinking that that is not so much progress for one full day, but honestly I feel that these are the most difficult things to do just because there are so many pieces to laminate and cut and organize, so it takes a really long time, but I am so happy that I am done and I am actually inspired to keep going. And yeah, let me just show you what I've been up to. So I'm keeping all of the smaller pieces of the calendar in this pocket, and then the ones that are about like the today is, tomorrow is, the weather and the seasons and things like that, I'm keeping here. And these ones are for days in school. And I really like this setup so that you put the numbers like this. But I also wanted them to practice place value. So I think that maybe I print another one and put it underneath in the display with the equivalent for place value, so with the blocks. And then the kids can see that, oh, this is the same as this one, you know, here as well. And then for the bigger pages, like this one, I am keeping them all in this folder. And this is because I want to make the setup also super easy. I don't want to have to deal with many boxes and trash and stuff once I start setting up my classroom. So I thought that maybe keeping everything here as much as I can would be easier. So I put all of my posters here, here. Then there's my number posters. I still gotta print the alphabet ones. Then there's the bigger pieces for the calendar. And this one. So that's that. And then for my math centers, I'm actually keeping them in these smaller pouches, but this one has a bigger one, so that's why I am using this one, but all of the others are on these pouches, as you can see. These are centers that I created for back to school, and there are 10 centers in the package for only $5, so if you're interested, you can check it out in my TPT store below. But basically I am doing this as a review since the children are coming from kindergarten, and I want to make sure that they know their numbers, and if they don't know it, or if there are things that we still need to practice and also to add up on the lessons, then we are using the centers as well. So these ones I laminated because I want them to just use dry erase markers and work on it, then erase it, and then another kid can work on this. And they have a picture card here, which here are the picture cards. Then draw it, then trace it, box it, write it 4 times, and then box it. Sorry, someone outside is listening to music. So yeah, they have these tiles, and I plan on making more word mats throughout the year, changing the tiles, so that's about it. So these are numbers 0 to 20. Then here, for example, these are puzzles for number sense. So they have the pictures, they have the number, and they also have the words on them, and they have to match them. And at the back of every one of these pouches, I put how many pieces there are and the image so that the kids can keep track of them and put them in the right place. And maybe I will also put a sticker here with the number of the center, so then I can just say, oh, such and such, go to this center, you know, and they know which one to grab. This one is another puzzle. This one is for the number symbol and the words, and if you put them together, well, of course not 5 and 4, but you know, they make a little kid bus, school bus. Also numbers 0 to 20. Then there is this number line addition, and some of the images have already the hops, and some of them don't, so the children do those, and then they transform the number of hops and the circle number here and perform the addition. Then there is number line subtraction, same thing, just so that children start to learn how to subtract numbers, and I found that this is super useful for them. And these ones go up to 10. Then this is number recognition, perhaps for below grade level students. So there are 21 cards, and they need to put which one is the correct number. Yeah? It's also quite fun, I think, as a small activity. These ones are number sequence, and I went a bit overboard because there are 114 pieces here. And basically, like, the kids have to like pick one and see which is the number, which is the missing number from the sequence. And the sequences go in ascending order, in descending order. There are missing the first number, but there are also some missing the middle number, and some of them miss the last number. I can't find one right now. And some of these are missing the last number. So they should be able to pick whichever and know which number follows. These are also numbers 1 to 20. Then there's these ones, which are number comparisons. So they take a number, they take two numbers, and then they have to pick the correct card, whether it's greater than, equal to, or less than. Of course, I can find the other, less than. So they will do it like this and pick other cards and keep going until they run out of cards. Then there's these to understand the concept of addition. So they need to transform the number, the picture, into a number. So they would put 1 plus 3 equals 4. These are numbers up to 5. And these are subtraction, also up to 5. So what they would do here is count the number of pictures and count the number of strikes, and then how many remain. So in this case would be 5 minus 5 equals 0. And then, for example, this one is 2 minus 1 equals 1. So these are my centers that I'm using for the beginning of the school year. And that's basically it for day 1 of my classroom setup, classroom preparation before the school year begins. Tomorrow I want to work on my take-home folders and maybe on the literacy centers, but we will see about that. If you're interested in the centers, as I said, you can find the link down below. They are only $5 for 10 centers and close to 100 pages. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!